Our moon. A familiar friend in the night sky. It lights up our darkness and pulls on our oceans. But what if this celestial companion wasn't so friendly? What if, instead of a graceful dance, the moon took a crash course straight into Earth? The moon is Earth's only natural satellite. It's much smaller than our planet, but its presence has a big impact. The moon's gravity controls the tides, keeping our oceans flowing. It also helps stabilize Earth's rotation, keeping our climate stable. For billions of years, the moon has orbited Earth in a delicate balance. But what if something disturbed this balance? What if a rogue planet or a passing star knocked the moon off its course? Could this cosmic game of billiards send the moon hurtling towards Earth? If that were to happen, our planet would face a cataclysm unlike anything in its history. The consequences would be immediate and devastating, forever changing the face of our world. The moon's orbit is not perfectly circular. It's slightly elliptical, meaning the distance between Earth and the moon changes slightly over time. These changes are predictable and pose no threat to Earth. However, imagine a scenario where a massive asteroid, far larger than anything we've ever seen, slams into the moon. This impact wouldn't just leave a crater, it could alter the moon's orbit, pushing it closer to Earth. Over time, Earth's gravity would pull even stronger on the moon, accelerating its descent. This wouldn't be a sudden crash but a slow, agonizing spiral towards inevitable destruction. As the moon gets closer, its gravitational pull on Earth increases. We'd see dramatic changes in tides. Coastal cities would experience massive floods. The very land masses would begin to stretch and deform under the increased gravitational stress. The once comforting rhythm of the tides would become a harbinger of doom, a ticking clock counting down to the moment of impact. Imagine looking up to see the moon, not as a distant orb but as a rapidly growing disk in the sky. The once familiar craters and seas would loom larger, a terrifying spectacle heralding the end of the world as we know it. The moment of impact would unleash unimaginable energy. The moon wouldn't simply bounce off Earth, it would smash into our planet with the force of billions of nuclear bombs detonating simultaneously. The shock waves would ripple through the Earth's crust, triggering earthquakes and volcanic eruptions on a scale never witnessed before. The impact site would be completely obliterated, vaporized in an instant. Molten rock and superheated gas would be ejected into the atmosphere, creating a global firestorm. Tsunamis, taller than mountains, would race across the oceans, swallowing entire continents. The sky, once a familiar blue, would turn a horrifying red, choked with dust and debris. The air itself would become scorching hot, making survival on the surface impossible for any living creature. The initial impact would be just the beginning. The chain reaction it sets off would have devastating consequences for Earth's delicate systems. The massive amount of dust and debris ejected into the atmosphere would block out the sun, plunging the planet into perpetual darkness. Photosynthesis, the process by which plants convert sunlight into energy, would cease. Plant life would wither and die, leading to the collapse of entire ecosystems. Animals, starved of food and oxygen, would perish in vast numbers. The oceans, too, would suffer catastrophic changes. The impact would disrupt ocean currents, altering global weather patterns. The once life-giving waters would become acidic and toxic, further decimating marine life. The Earth's atmosphere, already choked with debris, would undergo dramatic shifts. Temperatures would fluctuate wildly, creating extreme weather events. The planet, once teeming with life, would become a desolate wasteland. It's impossible to say for sure what would remain of Earth after such a catastrophic event. The planet would be physically reshaped, its surface scarred by the impact and its atmosphere forever altered. Life, as we know it, would likely cease to exist. However, life is tenacious. It has a way of finding a foothold, even in the harshest environments. Deep beneath the surface, in the darkest depths of the oceans, some microbial life might survive. Over millions, perhaps billions of years, these hardy survivors could evolve and adapt to the new Earth. They might give rise to entirely new forms of life, creatures unlike anything we can imagine. The moon's collision would be a tragedy, erasing billions of years of evolution. But it would also be an opportunity, a chance for life to begin anew, to explore new possibilities on a transformed planet. The Earth would never be the same, but from the ashes of destruction, a new chapter in its history would begin.